Have you ever been to a healthcare office and felt like you were waiting longer than you were actually with the doctor? This makes for a frustrating experience. Not only does it seem like we spend little time receiving the care that we came for, but we end up feeling like we wasted our entire day. Now, the average wait for an appointment for a doctor is 18 minutes and 13 seconds. Before too long, we start to wonder what the holdup is. There are many factors that lead to waiting longer, and practices must know how their end can affect these. But it isn't always the practice's fault. Sometimes patients cause longer waits, and it's helpful for them to understand these causes. This way, they can do their part in limiting how long they wait. Hi everyone, I'm Matt from eTactics, and today I'm going to share how patients can cause longer wait times. Before we get started though, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. While you're down there, hit that alert bell icon next to it as well, so when we post new helpful content, you get notified. Now, the first and most obvious way patients cause holdups in waiting is by arriving late or not at all. The longer it takes for a patient to show up, the longer it will take for them to see the doctor, and the staff might skip over people if they aren't there on time. These patients will have to wait for the doctor to finish up with the person who was there on time, or they'll have to reschedule their appointment altogether. Most practices will have an allotted amount of time before they move on to the next appointment. And if the patient doesn't show up within this time window, they'll have no choice but to reschedule. But these time limits can add up and cause subsequent appointments to get pushed back. The later one person is, the longer the wait could become for everyone else. This is why a lot of organizations have a late arrival or no-show policy. If patients adhere to these, it helps the office run more smoothly and on time. Another factor that patients have some control over are check-in times. The doctor won't see a patient before they've checked in, since this is the process that lets the doctor know that the patient has arrived and is ready for their visit. Now, this doesn't always rely on the patient. If the staff is too busy with other clients or the office is understaffed to begin with, it will slow the process down. But patients who arrive exactly on time or late won't see the doctor right away. Checking in can take longer than just telling the receptionist your name, especially if anything needs updated, such as your insurance information. Arriving early to check in and update information helps keep appointments running on schedule so patients can start their visit at their scheduled times. Patients who schedule appointments during busy times should expect possible slowdowns. While it might seem convenient to squeeze in a visit during lunch breaks, it could also mean waiting longer than a different part of the day. A lot of people have this same idea, which makes the office more busy at specific times. And some employees may be on their lunch breaks, so there's less staff for handling more patients. This is a recipe for getting behind. If people are able to visit the doctor during a less busy part of the day, it can help avoid longer wait times. But if they do need to visit during these high traffic times, they should be more understanding that they could be waiting longer. The same goes for visits following a facility closure. For example, some patients will schedule their appointments around the holidays because they have that time off. But when an office is closed on a holiday, they'll need to fit more clients into their schedule to make up for the lost time. More people will book visits if they have holiday time from work or school. But again, they should understand that they might need to wait longer since more people are visiting and the office is making up the time from when it is closed. Patients can get frustrated so quickly with how long they're spending in the waiting room. While sometimes this could be the practice's fault, it isn't always the case. Patients have some control over this, and it's important that they understand factors that can lead to longer wait times. This way, they're more likely to arrive early so they can check in before their visit is scheduled to start. And they can schedule appointments during a time that isn't as busy to avoid longer waiting altogether. If you'd like to learn more about patient wait times and their delays, reach out to eTactics. And you already made this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below. Well, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to our YouTube channel.